I'm streaming to you live. Today is Thursday, November 13th, 2025. I am Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is part 3 of what I call the importance of electricity, aka your bioenergy, and its communication within the body. So, we're going to continue on with the presentation that I started 2 days ago. Let's continue here.
If we're looking at a man, the simple equipment's very simple. If we're looking at a woman, it's a lot more detailed. Glutathione is a major antioxidant. It acts as a free radical scavenger. It recycles vitamin C, E, lipoic acid. So it's a recycling molecule. Helps maintain the immune system, protects DNA, supports its protein structure, helps remove mercury from the body and other heavy metals. Oral glutathione can be destroyed by stomach acids. Oral supplements will give you 30 to 40% rise, usually over about 30 days. Glutathione injections are very effective, but they are impractical for the average person because of the expense. They're usually about $150, $200 a piece. You got to get them weekly. What's desirable is that technology can increase glutathione levels rapidly and safely. That could be implemented and deployed to a large population. And so we have the LifeWave is non-transdermal, more effective than oral supplements, works all day. It's a new method. We can get up a 3 times average increase within 24 hours. And it's elevated electronically, not through a supplement. And this effect is measurable by blood testing. We did some blood tests, and I'm going to go real quick because I want to do a demo real quick. Average increase was 3 times above baseline. We had increase in heavy metal output about 30% over baseline. This is the raw data from one of the patch studies of 15 people, the baseline day. Then we did 5 days when they were patched. The summary is the third data set over here. Average blood level of the baseline compared to the average blood level of the glutathione went from 2,020 to 7,326, the average rise. That's the average level. It was a significant increase of over 3 times. This is a good example of the graph showing the first day. We got 3.65 times increase for 24 hours when taking all 15 people's average. LifeWave versus supplements, glutathione supplement. I did a 5-day study here. I'll give you an example, but not 40%, and that's over 30 days many times, but glutathione patches, we can go up about 300%. So there's a lot of things glutathione are involved in. One of the things is anti-aging, and that's what we're interested in. These are people that have not used LifeWave patches and before using the patches, and this is the same people after the patches, to give you an example how effective they are. The guy on the left is my son. That is, well, I'm joking here. But the guy on the left is my son. He's a male model. All right, so we have potential military applications because we know that chemical warfare agents will lower glutathione, infectious agents will lower glutathione, the propellants you use to fire the guns, the tanks, the bazookas, whatever, they all have an oxidizing agent that's extremely toxic to the human body that lowers glutathione levels. The military is involved actively in looking for technologies to increase glutathione. We did a second blood study of 9 people. This time we did 3 baseline days to collect blood. And the results show that LifeWave patches increased blood glutathione significantly. Although there was some variability in baseline measurements. All of the average measurements after patch placement were above 264. Now this wasn't 300%, but it was pretty close to 300%. So it pretty much validated the first study. One person went up 454%. So we find that substantial increases occurred, and the people that had the best response are the ones that started with the lowest glutathione levels. So we found the LifeWave patch raised glutathione levels in healthy subjects, and we got a placebo control study of 40 people underweight. Now I'm going to stop for a minute. We're going to do a pain demonstration. I need about 4 or 5 people that have pain right now, active pain. Come up here to the front of the room, please. And I'm going to have a couple of people helping me, Quila and David, if he's available. And what we're going to do is we got 2 or 3 people here. So let's get 4 or 5 people. Come on up. Come on up, ma'am. Ma'am, did you say your back hurt? Come on. Okay. I'm going to let them demo because I'm going to have to talk. We're going to use a positive and a negative patch. And do you have any patches? Here. All right. Positive and negative patch. This is David Schmidt, the inventor. We let him out of the lab every now and then. And go ahead. You don't have to get up. Just patch her up. Yeah, this is the whole point. We're going to patch right now. And we're going to be demonstrating it can actually work through the clothing. So it doesn't require skin contact, although you get a better effect through skin contact. And so we have a person point to the pain. We put a brown patch on the pain. Usually before we patch them, we say, what's your pain scale or pain level, to get some comparison before and after. And then we simply put the patch above, below, or right or left. It's the simplest technique. There are dozens of ways of applying these patches. All right, numbers 4 here. Ken, you want to come up here and patch? Yeah, it works immediately. So if we got to move it around and see if we can find an effect. Sorry?
Is it true that 5 of your subjects make it? Do they actually live?
Yeah, most of them live through the experience.
Oh, changes the birthday.
Yeah, I could hardly get up a while ago. My back's been bothering me. Put these patches on. It seemed like we're getting some effect here. Damn sure don't hurt as bad as when I got up.
All right. Does she have any response yet?
I guess it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It's an improvement. So what we're doing is this is if you go to the wall and you turn on the light switch, you're not sitting there waiting 20 minutes for the light to come on. It's either on or it's not on. This is an electronic circuit. When you put the patches on, if you hit the right spot, they're out of pain before you take your hand off the patch, the second patch. Now, usually you're not going to get that good. It's going to be close, or you're not going to have response. So you have to move them around trying to find the best placement because you cannot see these circuits unless you use some kind of electronic diagnostic equipment to find it. So what we're doing is we develop what's called a cross technique to teach the average person. You put the brown one on the point of pain, you take the white one and you move it in proximity somewhere around the pain.
So that's with Ice Wave.
All right.
How much better? Was it 8?
It was a very severe pain I've been suffering with for several months. Feels considerably better. I go sit still for a change.
Okay, how much better percent?
Well, I'd say 75%, 80%.
We got 75, 80% in the pain he's had for months in, 30 to 40 seconds. So, all right, you go ahead.
I've been on my feet for quite a bit yesterday, and I was working, so I have a lot of lower back pain and pain in my right hip, I guess, and so can't put those patches on. And I feel some of the other places, but the place where he targeted, I don't feel it.
Well, I can live with 100%. All right, he's down to 80%. All right, that's enough demo. Thank you. I'm going to finish up. How many more minutes have I got? 1, 2, or 3, or 5, or you're not paying any attention? I'm going to do it till he tells me to stop. We've done other experiments. Gas discharge visualization, invented by a Russian. I'm going to terribly pronounce his name. I'm going to say Korkotov, but I know I didn't get close. Anyway, this is using, instead of a photographic plate, using glass electrodes and you're looking at an electrical impulse that stimulated biological subject and generated a response in the form of photon electron emission. And here are some patches that have been placed on a GDV device. I always found this fascinating to look at the biological substrate in there, so like a Kirlian photography. So it's very fascinating. You get a Kirlian effect. And this is a person that's been patched. This was done in Toronto. We placed them on their kidney 3 points. These are bottom of your feet. And after 10 minutes of patching, the field increased by 73, that's almost 74%, the field density. Now, we did some studies done at the Center for Biofield Sciences in India. We've done a PIP, poly contrast interference photography, gas discharge visualization, electrointerstitial scans on 400 people. And this is an example of both increasing energy and rearranging energy was consistent finding in all GDV studies with LifeWave patches. And this was a study of 50 people with the glutathione patch. You'll see that in the GDV, about 74% had a stronger field, 18% no change, 10% actually the field went down a little bit. And what we find when we test these people is they're releasing lots of toxins. So we're getting the detox effect, in a sense, is so overwhelming, some people have to take the glutathione patches off early. And this is another example with 20 subjects. Oh, I thought he was telling me. And positive change in 14, no change in 3, negative change in field intensity. We're looking at field intensity here. So what we looked at, and this is one with 30, positive at 80%. So this was... seems crystal clear that IceWave and glutathione patches have profound effects in pain management. And you saw the people up here out of the audience, the ones we patched, all had some degree of reduction in pain, or at least the ones that we talked to did. So we find that experimental changes in the biofield are strongly positive in the after scans. This was 5 studies with over 400 subjects. Prove a high percentage of participants experience significant pain and symptom relief using the LifeWave as opposed to the control groups, which showed very little effect. So this was a placebo-based study, and guess what happened with the placebos? They didn't see anything. This is an EIS system. It's non-invasive bioimpedance analysis, determines organ functions electronically, and helps monitor effective treatments. And this is an example of how the study participant would look with pads on the hands, the feet, and electrodes on the scalp or the forehead. The DC current is produced through bioelectric impedance, specifically passes through the interstitial fluid compartment and the surrounds the cells. And so you actually can get a reading about organ function through this technology. And what we found is that 30 subjects wore glutathione patches for 30 days, tested weekly. And evidence showed through the study that the electrical properties of the organs improved and toxins were being mobilized. And here is the outcome of study results. It's a little complicated to read up here, but I'll summarize. We did 2 different groups, one with 10 participants, one with 20 participants. One group wore the patches 5 days a week. The other group wore the patches every day of the week. The best response was when they wore them every day. We had significant effects on the organs of the baseline: pancreas, liver, gallbladder, intestines, adrenals, hypothalamus, pituitary, in the subjects tested. We've done EEG work, and this was very important work. We've had this done in 2 different centers now. And what we find, we started doing EEG when we started getting reports for people getting improved speech, improved mobility, improved balance, and even dancing. Time to go. All right, I'm going to go through here and say alpha wave activity increased. That was one of the significant findings, and thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Haltiwanger.
All right. So, it's very interesting to hear the additional parts of the glutathione and the IceWave patches for pain relief through the electronic or electricity channels that are within your body. And I have actually dived into the energy fields, if you want to call it, the auras, and have also procured a set of dowsing rods which can be used to measure the auric fields of an individual. And it's very interesting to see how Steve talks about the auric fields in this presentation and how the technology from that of LifeWave can influence and increase the electricity or your bioenergy within your body, and how that can also be used for pain management when you find where the electricity channels are. So when he talked about using the ice wave that comes to properly utilize the ice wave patches, it comes with a brown and a white one. So let's say if you have a heart problem, you put the brown one here right on the heart where the strongest pain is, and then you move the white one and you find where the connection is inside the body or on the body. And he said normally you can, if you find it, you can alleviate the pain right away within 30 seconds. If you know where the energy point is, perhaps maybe even the acupuncture point. So if your heart was the problem, then I would probably start with the back of the neck, because that's where a large number of acupuncture points are, and see if you find the connection there. And if it turns off the pain right away, well, then you know that it works. Now, can it apply for other types of injuries? Let's say if you have broken ribs, for example. And broken ribs they're pretty discomfort. They're not comfortable. And if you got a large number of broken ribs, then it's going to be even more comfortable. Well, so then you take the brown one from the ice wave, put it on the broken ribs, and find where the electrical point is and the electrical connection, and turn off the pain, just like that. Bang! Could you get it, let's say 100%, perhaps? There's a lady saying, the people in the audience in that presentation were like 80%. The guy's been saying for months, pain. And then all of a sudden, just like that, there's something to be said about that. So, does it should it reveal something to you as far as how this technology works? It should. Now, I wear the X39, the flagship patch. I put it right here. And today is day number 213 of wearing the X39. Yesterday, I did leg day for the workout. And I did a lot of reps. A lot. And I thought, when I got up this morning, got out of bed, am I going to have difficulty sitting on the toilet? Because, generally speaking, when you do legs, that's the area where you're going to first notice it. So I get up out of bed, I'm like, feeling okay. I go to sit on the toilet, I'm okay. For most people, if you did exactly what I did yesterday, would your body be able to recover fast enough to be able to sit down on the toilet the morning after? Go to the washroom. Think about it. If you have a really busy leg day, can you do it? Is it going to hurt? Probably is. For some people, it might really hurt. But for me, it didn't. Why is that? The X39, it speeds up the cellular functions in the body. Last night for dinner, I had Kind of like a chili type meal with some pasta. That's it. One meal a day. And I had a couple eggs as well. Hard-boiled eggs. Deviled eggs. And continue to drink the water that I do. The deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water. Which yesterday I talked about how it has an effect on your fascia. Your fascia goes from head to toe. And so is it part of that electrical system in your body that's outside of your nervous system? Yep. Does drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water every single day, does it play a role? Well, if you look at the picture there on the right, there's dehydrated fascia. That's what it looks like. And here's what hydrated fascia looks like. So can water have a direct influence on that? Yeah, 100% it does. And does it also have an effect on the electrical system within your body? Yes. Because the hydrogen that I get from this water powers ATP like super. And if you watched me yesterday, how many reps I did with legs, I was still, even though I was getting tired, I still was able to do it. Can you do it? At any age. I don't care what age you are. Can you do it? Pick your weight, whatever you want. And then do the workout that I did yesterday. It's very simple. Very simple. You might need to get yourself some extra bands to do it, but my point is, I didn't lose. I was getting tired, but was I able to get through it? All the cards? The face cards? Yep, I did. And today I'm going to do more. Today is shoulders, rotators, and traps. So I'm going to focus on a different part of the body. But before I get there, that QR code right there will take you to Unlock Your Bioenergy, and you can read what I've talked about in terms of some of the other benefits that pertain to everything that I'm talking about on a day-to-day basis. I've blogged about other different things, and I've talked about what I've blogged about in live streams as well. This is that website, unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com. And this is the studies. If you want to learn more about the patches, outside of what I just showed you in the last 3 episodes, you can look at it here. If you want to make your first purchase of a patch, click on this button right here. Purchase what I call your bioenergy products. And when you do that, you'll see here this page. So if you click on the X39, it'll take you to lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazic, Tomazic. That's my first and last name, registered with LifeWave. I don't hide behind any aliases. No, I'm as real as a heart attack. And if the X39 is not your gig, maybe the X49 is. Or perhaps the glutathione, which is this one right here. Okay? So, whichever one it is, take a serious look at it. And if you want, I'm thinking I finally got here is the food saver, and I got the bags. We're fresh out of the box. These ones are 900, and these are 1 quarts. So you can see here, food saver. I don't know how much water will fit in these bags, but when I look at this is an IKEA bottle. This is 1 liter. I don't know. Will it fit inside the bag? It's hard to say. This is a 946 milliliter. So it might be challenging to fit this much water in there. It might fit. I don't know. I'm going to test it out and I'll show you. So if you want to get the water from me, this is what I call deuterium depleted. 114 degree molecular bond angle water. This is what I drink every single day. Okay. My asking price for this is, for 1 liter, without the bottle, is $30 Canadian. Reason being is because it takes an hour to make this. And in that hour, I'm paying for house, mortgage, the equipment, power, water. Everything adds up. And on top of that, you know, even the supplies to ship it. But if you want it, you can take 20 drops of this water and put it into a 16-ounce glass. That's about the ratio. Or if you have 1 liter, a 1 liter bottle like this of your spring water, take 8 milliliters of the deuterium free and mix it together. Mix a tornado, put it in the fridge overnight, and then drink it in the morning, and you'll see. It'll convert the spring water to match the bond angle of 114 degrees. And if you think I'm full of shit, well, then go to johnellis.com and you'll see the experiments where people are doing electricity experiments with this water. And they prove that it changes it from an electricity standpoint, amperage, draw, and output. It's a real thing. So does this water affect how my energy output is at 49 years old? I've been proving this now for how many episodes? Today is day number 116. 116 episodes where I do a workout after I talk about whatever I choose to talk about. And I'm still here. I even hit 213 beats per minute when I was warming up one day on October 21st, 2025. It was live right here on Facebook. And I posted the same video to YouTube and to Rumble to keep a record of it. I should have been flat lined onto the concrete. Dead. But I'm still here because I walked around as if nothing happened on that day. And if you think it's an anomaly, then watch the following day, October 22nd. I hit 200 again. And then the 23rd, watch it again. I hit 198, like 190 something, 193, 198. So if you think that, you know, I'm not putting in the effort to show you what's possible, according to the mathematical formula, 220 less my age, My maximum heart rate should be 171. Depends what I'm doing. Yesterday I hit 160, 161, it was 160 something. And here I'm lifting my body weight, doing legs. A lot of reps. I put in the effort every day to show you, whoever's listening, what's possible when you put the right things together like this. Combine it with some incredible technology invented by David Schmidt, and then the water, because the gang over at LifeWave, they know the importance of water. They know. Is this the numero uno piece to make everything happen? It's a pretty high standard, I'll tell you. Pretty high standard. Because they wouldn't have come up with their own invention themselves. They say using light, to change the molecular structure of water. I think it's a good thing. But temperature also changes water too. We know it does. And that comes in the form of heat. And when you freeze something, the water changes into ice, right? When you heat it, then it changes back into water and then into vapor. What happens when you do that over and over and over and over and over again? And then you throw in some ultraviolet light as part of this, making this process. So is it basically almost the same thing? Maybe. But this water I know is deuterium depleted. And does it have an effect on me? It sure does. So, that's why I'm thinking about putting it into food saver bags and shipping it to wherever you are. And when I run my test here, then I'll show you. And then I'll also share my eBay account. If you want to purchase through eBay, you can do that. And I've had my eBay account now for well over 20 years. So, and you'll know that I've sold stuff on eBay and I have stars there. So it's a legitimate account, and I'll be using it for this. So, without further ado, let's move on to today's workout, which is shoulders and rotator. I will be using the metronome again. So setting that's going to call the amount of time. So if like yesterday, if I flip a black king, that'll be rear delts times the number card. So if it's 3, then it'll be, okay, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. We need to do face pulls for the rear delts. And then the red king is going to be a medial delt. So you can see here on the floor, on the concrete, I've taped just some door anchors so they stay in place. And I'm going to step on the bands and then crisscross the bands. So that way that way I get tension on the range of motion at the beginning of the rep by crossing them. So basically, the stepping like this, I'll show you. Stepping on the bands, crisscross them. So like this, And the range, the tension here, I can feel it already. So we're going to go up and like that. Okay? So that's 8 pounds per side. Then the Black Queen is going to switch to the rotator where I've got a green band right here where my finger is pointed. So I'll be using, I'm not going to do both at the same time. So like this. I'm going to use the pool noodle, put it underneath put it between my elbow and my torso. That way you're focusing on the rotator and you're going to externally rotate. And I'm using a 8-pound band. So it's going to be 8 pounds over and over and over, and then switching to the other side, same number. Okay. So it might take a little bit longer to get through today's because of switching the sides of the rotator, but that's okay. Then the front delts will be back to the ground where I'm going to be stepping on the door anchors on the concrete here, 1 and 2, and then basically wrapping through like this. So I'm going to tire out the front deltoids today. Then the blackjack will be traps. So I'll be doing a version of the farmer's carry. So I'll be stepping on the then on the door anchors on the floor, and then I'll be just raising them like this, over and over and over. So getting those traps. Okay. So essentially mimicking a farmer's carry. You can take weights and you can just walk like this if you wish and lift them like this. That's another option you can do for the traps. And then the red jack will be skip rope. So with that, let's begin. Cards are shuffled. Are you ready? First card is going to be Black King 10. So we have rear deltoids. So I'm going to crisscross them here like this. And I'll be a little bit closer because I'm using a 13-pound band. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go. Next up, Red Queen 10. So we have front deltoids. Now, by stepping on them this way here, there we go. Here, front delts 10, and there we go. 1. I'm going to have to make sure they're nice and even because there's a string inside the quad elastic bands. I didn't think this was going to be a problem. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wow, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wow. Wow, the burn. Whew. Next up, Black Ace 5. So, rear delts. Here we go. And 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Next is rotator. Gonna take the. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wow. Switch to the other side. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, black is traps. So, back to the ground. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next up is red ace 5. Okay, next is medial delts. Alright, so this time I'm going to crisscross them. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. Front delts. Shouldn't have dropped that. That's okay. And here we go. 1, moving on me. That's uneven. 9. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay, I'm going to make an adjustment on that after. Next is skips. 50 skips. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. All right. Next up, black ace 9. Okay, so rear delt. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow. All right. Rotator. 9. 1, 2, 3. God, wow, already. 4. God. 5. 6. God. 7. God. 8. God. 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 Wow. I can't believe I hit fatigue already. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My left is definitely stronger than my right. Oh, I'm gonna switch this to the green. I set one up already, thinking I might need to do this, and I'm gonna switch them up because my right one is too weak. Okay, so now farmer's carry. There we go. There, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Next up, Red King 7. So medial delts. Oh my. Really? Okay. 7 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Next up, Red Jack 3. 10, 20, 30. All right. Next up, Black King 7. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Whew. Okay. I end up hitting the mic here. If you're wondering what that noise is. Blackjack 7. So traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Next up, Black Queen 8. So, rotator. This time we're switching to just a slightly lower band and we'll go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next card, Blackjack 4. So, no formers, carries. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Next up, Red Queen 8, front deltoids. There we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa. Next up, Red Ace 10. So medial delts. Oh my. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my. Wow. You can tell it really dropped off. Oh. Okay, now front deltoids for 10. And 1, 2. Oh my goodness. 3. There's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. goodness. Wow. That is hard. Now it's rope. 10. Understand. 1, 2. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 100. All right. Next up, red jack 3. Some more rope. 10. 20. 30. Next up, red king 5. So, medial delts. Ah, my. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Next up, black queen 7. We have rotator. This time we're going to do the left side first, the stronger side. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 21:11. Yeah, I went longer today. Okay, I'm gonna do this here. Just gonna add some green here to make this slightly a little bit longer. It's gonna be for front delt. So I'm gonna add just that. Yeah, a little easier. Not much, just for the tension on the band, but the weight is 10 pounds. Is actually more. Okay, so flipping the face cards around. First one is going to be Black King, which is the rear delt. And that's going to be in 30 seconds. We're going to start. And number of reps will be 10. So Black King 10. right. You can almost do it this way too. All right, 2, here we go, 10. 1. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh. 8. 9. 10. Oh my goodness. Oh. Getting those rear deltoids. All right. Red Queen, 9. So we're doing front delts. So I set up these green bands for that. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Okay. Oh. Next up, Black Ace 9. Huh. Wow. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, I did a few too many. But that's okay. Next is rotator. Doing 9. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Next is traps. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Next up, red ace, 3. So, medial delts. Here we go. Hand. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, front delts. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Okay, now jump rope, 30 skips. 10, 20, 30. All right. Next up, black ace, 6. Okay, rear delts. I don't remember all those aces being together, but I guess they were. Okay. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, next up, rotator. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Next up is traps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Next card. Red King, 5. Medial delts. I could do this way too if I wanted to. That's okay. I'll do it this way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Wow. Okay. Red Jack, 3. 10. 20. There's 30. All right, next up. Okay, Black King, 4. So, rear delts. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Next up, Blackjack, 9. So we're doing traps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gets tiring near the end. Okay, next. Black Queen, 8. So, rotator. I'll do the left side first this time. Okay, 8 reps. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Next card is Blackjack, 6. So traps. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it. Okay. Next up, Red Queen, 4. Front deltoids. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh. Next up, Red Ace, 6. So, medial delts, then the fronts again. Okay. 6 reps. 1. That's not even. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wow, I got no muscles done. Next is front deltoids. Here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my. Okay, now red jack is 60 skips. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Next up, red jack, 4, 40 skips. 10, 20, 30, 40. Next up, red king, 8. So, medial delts. This time I'm going to switch to these guys. I'm going to try it. Oh, no, I won't be able to. That's even more, it's too much. Wow. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's crazy how I got nothing in the delt, in the medial. Wow. Last card. Black queen, 6. So it's rotator. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Next up, the left side, and we're done. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 4302. Oh, I definitely worked up the sweat. .4302, I said? Yeah. I'm gonna stop it. So, today's date stamp here you see November 13th, 2025. Starting time is at 12:54 Mountain Standard Time. And here's a close-up of my heart rate. So obviously a good rest there at 2-minute mark, and heart rate stayed generally higher in the second round, as it should, because like I say, oxygen levels inside the blood really start to disappear, and so depending on what my breathing rate is like and how good my respiratory system is, it goes to show, it has to work harder. So overall, a solid outcome, solid effort for today for shoulders and rotator. I did certainly feel it today, especially on the medial deltoid. That's the small muscle. That one is the smallest, I think, of the three. And certainly when you start with the band anchored on the outside of your foot, and there's tension starting at this point, so the band is pulling already here, it certainly plays a role in fatiguing the medial deltoid. So it was good today, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you tomorrow for Feel It Friday. It's going to be the X39, X49, and Aeons, and we'll see you then. Have a good night, rest up, eat well. Make sure you get your package of X39 to help with your recovery. You see the QR code right there. Right here. Right here. That QR code. And place your order. And keep an eye out for my experiment here with the 1 quart bags. See how much water I can fill in. I'll measure it. Maybe I'll even record it when I do it, so to kind of get an idea. Alright, bye for now. See you tomorrow.